Sadia Khan.
Again!
It would seem as if our boys are not done with you yet. So the Sadia Khan saga continues, ladies and gentlemen. Now, most of you have probably seen the drama unfold if you've been keeping up with social media for any length of time. Now, we all know that this man on Instagram named GoobU2, he came out and revealed that she was using filters on some of her videos, some of her speaking engagements, if you will. And of course, her fans and her came out in the DMs and excoriated him for this revelation, if you will. And so he came back, all right, and said, well, hey, why are your fans coming out against me? Hey, I was just talking about, the filters, but if you want to, I can dig up more stuff. And so then he came back with another reveal that there was some voice messages and some screenshots from a girlfriend or fiance, former fiance of a man that she was involved with. So much so that she was so bold in her actions in the voicemail that said that I would literally duck sick him in front of you, even on your wedding day.
I am a nasty woman.
And so that came out. And then she sent a cease and desist, if you will, to GoobU2, and he responded back from his legal team. After that, he teamed up with Aber and Preach, and she reached out to Aber and Preach to say, okay, well, let me tell my side of the story, thinking that she would get some sympathy from his audience and to come down on GoobU2, only to find out that she actually substantiated and solidified all of the claims that Goob had revealed to the public via the screenshots and the voicemail. Then they made a website to make fun of her with the voicemail into a song, nonetheless.
I'll suck your dick. Your wedding day. On your last day. I can do it today if I want to. What are you going to do about it?
Also, in addition to that, she has also now tried to come after Aber and Preach. Where is it?
Enemy spotted.
And so now Aber and Preach said, okay, well, let me back up. Aber and Preach came out with their video to solidify the claims, or I think I said that already. And now Aber and Preach has dropped a second video and said, not only were you a side chick to this guy, not only do we not have evidence that you are a accredited doctor, psychiatrist, but you are also operating illegally in Dubai, a business where you are conducting and giving therapy to other people. All right, so this is the second video that Aber and Preach came out with. We're going to react to it and break it down and give my commentary. So for all of you, stop pausing the video, ninjas. For all of you, you talk too much, ninjas, a link will be in the description box so you can watch this video without my interruption or commentary.
Now shut the f up and let me do my job.
If you're still here, thank you very much for your viewership and fair use.
Today's topic, Sadia Khan. Homegirl responded after the little expose that we did where we kind of exposed her for being a fraudulent health professional.
Is there a way that we can avoid talking about screenshots altogether? Because that's the number that you get when you...
She threatened to sue us. But not only that, Sadia's got on Instagram and finally responded after all the backlash. She went radio silent. She'd shut down.
Now, I posted this short not too long ago. She gave an apology on her Instagram and actually on her TikTok as well, saying, as you see here, I would like to begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to my followers, friends, and family for your love, kindness, and support during this challenging time. It is for you and for you alone that I feel it's important to address some of these false narratives. Now, she goes on and on, talking about it's not true, that she gives full transparency, that she is licensed, that she was not a side chick to a engaged man. All right. And there's no truth to any of these claims. Again, you can go back to my short and you can pause it and read the full statement, or you can just go to her page because I believe it's still up and pinned to the top of her feed. Let's continue.
On her socials, she shut down her WhatsApp groups, claiming to have degrees which were photoshopped and faked. She's decided to come out and make a statement. Sadia decided to send us a threatening lawyer. Okay? And I got the email. When I saw it, I was like, ooh.
Spicy.
Ooh. She wanted to sue me all the way from Dubai, so she hired an American law firm. They sent me this letter. I'm going to read it for you guys, word by word, okay? So this comes from K. Gross, LGK Lawyers, all right? September 2nd, 2025. It says, to John D. Defamation and slander per se complaint by Sadia Khan against John. Now, some of you might be confused because you're like, yo, Abba, is your real name John? No. They got the wrong name on this lawsuit. Just like Sadia's Khan, it's poorly done. So we're going to see that consistent thread here.
Oh, you know what? What kind of legal team did this woman have? She claims to be this, this great psychologist giving all this great advice. And you have a legal team that's can't even get the name right of the person that you are trying to sue, that you're going after. You can't even get his name right. I mean, can we do a little bit of research and get things right here? I mean, you're already starting off bad with this, right?
Please take notice. We've been made aware of certain defamatory statements about our client, Sadia Khan, published by you on social media. We intend to prosecute claims against you personally for defamation, slander per se, and other tortuous conduct. As such, we make demand upon you now in advance of the litigation to cease and desist and refrain from A, posting, publishing, or distributing on social media by podcast, review, board, posts, or otherwise on the internet or in print, by television or radio, broadcast or cable, any statement that identifies directly or indirectly Sadia Khan, any of her family members, and or B, communicating, publishing, or otherwise, by telephone, email, text message, or otherwise, any statement that identifies directly or indirectly Sadia Khan, any of her family members, contracts, with agencies, employees, contractors, and further, we demand that C, remove any post, publication, social media, by podcast, review, board posts, or otherwise on the internet, in print, or radio, broadcast, or cable, any statement that identifies directly or indirectly Sadia Khan,
What the fuck was that?
any of her family members, and her businesses, blah, blah, blah. This
So basically, she's suing. She wants them to not only stop talking about her or the situation, but take down all the content, all the videos, whatever they have out against her. They want it erased, deleted, scrubbed from the internet. And I'm sure Goob, he got the same, the same email, the same letter, saying basically, take all this stuff down. You're defaming me. The stuff you're saying is not true. And so if you don't take all the stuff down, we're going to take you to court. But of course, it's not defamation if it's true. And if it is defamation, you have to prove that it actually harmed you, right? You have to prove that in some way it took money out of your pocket or ruined your reputation or something like that, right? You have to prove that in a court of, I'm not gonna say court of law, but in a civil court, you have to prove these things, right? And so, yeah, I don't think they're gonna be able to prove this because the stuff they said was right. And at the very least, they did the research to find out they went to the people they were supposed to go to. So how can you prove that it was defamation?
letter does not serve to waive any rights against you, nor does it reserve for you any expectation that we intend to communicate with you further prior to filing and serving proceedings against you. Conduct yourself accordingly. Sincerely, Kent Gross.
Conduct yourself accordingly.
This is like some kind of mill-like law firm where you pay a bit of money and they just send out letters on your behalf. That's why this was poorly done. Didn't have my...
Wait a minute. So this ain't even a real attorney? Bruh, come on now. You went on Google and said, okay, let me pick somebody that can write a really strong letter to scare these people and to stop doing what they're doing. This ain't even a real legal team. I mean, aren't you getting paid for all this kind of stuff? Wow.
Name. It didn't include any of the defamatory statements. It didn't specify anything. The reason being is that this is a sham. This is nonsense. And you know what? If you want to sue me, Sadia, I welcome it. I beg you, fucking do it. Because then we're going to have something called discovery. And I'm going to need to see that fucking degree.
The problem is that they're going to have to go after you and they're going to have to see the veracity of what you're doing.
Baby.
You see, if you try to do that and we go there,
yes,
we go to the extent of what you want to do, which is suing us, what's going to happen is that you're going to be under what we call scrutiny. They're going to ask you and demand you for the same thing that we are asking you for that you're not able to provide. And then they're not us, but they're going to be able to prove our point. So please go ahead. It is not in your best interest to do so.
Let me just...
And most of you know what discovery is, right? Discovery is where both parties have to give information to substantiate their claim, right? So that way I get to go into your stuff and you get to go into my stuff. And I believe that's one of the reasons why a lot of people settle out of court in these civil lawsuits. Because in trying to defend myself against this one thing, other things will be uncovered that you can use against me, right? And that's how people end up selling out of court. Because let's say, like the Shannon Sharp case, for example, right? Now she sued him for, doing some very nefarious things to her, right? Well, he says, I'm innocent of that. But you go into discovery, he goes into your past and your books and everything. And he finds out where you're buying OnlyFans subscriptions to other women. He finds out, you've been going to gentlemen's clubs. He finds out you've been paying for box, stuff like that. That's stuff that he doesn't want to come out. And so it comes to a choice of, okay, do I prove my innocence or do I pay out so the other stuff, so other people don't find out the other more personal stuff that I don't want people to really know. You see what I mean? Like, this is just one thing. I can prove my innocence on this part, but I get exposed with everything else. And so that's why people pay out of court, right? If you've made it this far in the video and you're still here, thank you again for your viewership. And if you haven't done so already, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and that notification bell, that way you can be notified whenever I go live or drop new content. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, please do so by hitting the Cash App $ Mr. Normie. And you can also go to my Ko-Fi page, ko-fi.com/workingmanmg. Also, I'm trying to build a community on Locals. So if you would, go please check out my Locals page and you can join for just $5 a month. You can post and we can build a community of like-minded working men over there. Thank you for your time. Now back to the video.
We're going to be able to prove our point. So please go ahead. It is not in your best interest to do so.
Let me just say this. The ultimate defense against defamation is truth. Meaning if the statements that you said are true, it can't be defamatory. My girl, my favorite porta potty. We are not in Dubai. We have laws here that allow us to make statements publicly, provided that they are true. And if they're not, then you have to still prove that it defamed you. Good luck. You want to spend that money, girl? Good. But discovery means you're going to have to fork over emails. I'm going to need to see that DHA license that you claim that you have. I'm going to need to see that BCP certificate that you claim that you have. I'm going to need to see all them things.
But we're not going to ask for
And I know
it.
it'll never show up because they don't fucking exist. But
And
you know what? I welcome it. Sue me. Hey, nigga, sue me. I welcome it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know me, you hear this floor clacking, you know what that means? I live in the same $900 a month, which I split with my roommate, so that's $450 for the last 10 years. That means every YouTube dollar I made, I did not invest in this place. I continue to live in this rinky-dink apartment, okay? That means I saved a lot of money. And I'll blow it on this lawsuit. Try me. Oh, yes, I will. And I'll enjoy every second of it. I got time to waste. Try me.
Even your lawyer, before you even go into proceeding into suing us, your lawyer is going to be like, okay, well, do you have a license? And your lawyer is going to ask to see it. And your lawyer is going to ask to see all that DHQ. All your lawyer is going to ask to see whatever certificate you got from Britain.
Now, once again, can we please do the same thing with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant? Because she also has not revealed her real tangible certifications and, schooling, scholastic knowledge of how she can call herself a doctor, hold the title of doctor. All right. And she tells everybody she's licensed or she's been to school and blah, blah. What school have you been to? Where have you been accredited? What training have you had to say that you are a doctor and that you are licensed to be able to give men and women advice on relationships? To psychologize, as Dr. Umar would say, to psychologize brothers and sisters on how to have a healthy relationship and how to navigate the world of dating and mating and marriage. How? Sadia Khan, where is your certifications? Where is your credentials? If you sue these people and go all the way, you are going to have to produce this stuff. Otherwise, it's not defamation. It is the truth. Keep going, brothers.
They're going to ask that. That's your lawyer. In order to be able to file a defense against us, your lawyer is going to ask to see
But you know what
and when your lawyer is not going to see it, he's going to advise you not to proceed, to give us what you need.
But don't worry about defense.
I'm not worried about it.
Because you know what they say?
What they say?
The best defense is a good offense.
Sure.
You want to do the law thing? Okay. Well, guess what I did? I know your booty live up in there, Dubai, right? Right? Being a porta potty, do whatever you got to do. Cool. Guess what? You've been claiming to have a DHA license. You've been claiming that you're allowed to do what you do as a medical professional because your clients are overseas. That's what you told me. I asked you if you have a DHA license, which every medical professional, especially those calling themselves psychologists, need to have if they offer services in Dubai. You claim that because your your clients are overseas, that it's acceptable for you to not have that license.
The only reason I don't have a DHA license is because when I first qualified, it expired. I didn't renew it because I was now online and I wasn't working in clinics. And in clinics, you need a DHA license.
I guess my question is, have you ever really had a DHA license in Dubai?
I started applying for it, but then my career took off.
That's not what you said.
Well, I contacted the DHA to ask myself because I don't believe that.
So you applied for it, but you never got it. So question, do you have it or do you not? You applied for it but never got it because your career took off, i.e. your social media career, I assume. So do you even really have that credential? And saying that puts in question all of your other credentials. I mean, you're not making a good case, Sadia.
See what they said. You want to see?
Oh my God. You really fucking did it.
Hey, man. The conversation started. Says, "This is Aya. How may I assist you?" I said, "Hello. I'm looking for information about a psychologist in Dubai who offered me services online. I'm trying to determine if she's legitimate." The person replies, "Oh, sure. We'd love to assist you. Is this Mrs. or Mr. Dave?" I said, "My name is Mr. Newman. Dave is my middle name. My first name. My middle name is Fresh." She's like, "Okay, man." Right here. She said, "Please note that."
Fresh. She took a dig at Fresh. Good one.
All professionals in the medical field must have a DHA license to practice the field. I said, even if her client is overseas while she's based in Dubai, she sent me this email claiming she doesn't need to be licensed, and I didn't believe her. I sent her the email that she sent me. If she's doing online treatments from Dubai, she must have a license to be a psychologist over there. And she goes, yes, to offer those services? She goes, yes. So she confirmed for me. My own research confirmed for me that everyone in Dubai who practices, doesn't matter whether your clients are there or not. So she's been running this medical practice illegally this whole time. And it turns out there's a bunch of people on the ground right now contacting the DHA Association nonstop. Now look, I'm not going to pursue this anything crazy. I'm just putting this information out there. If you check the description below, we have a little website that we set up. Shout out to Goob. Goob helped me with this. Oh, here's the website. Can you see it? What does it say?
Now, that is the website that Goob and Abba and Preach, along with, I think, another individual, helped put together this website called sidepiecesadia.com. And they want you out there, the listener, if you have elicited services from Sadia Khan in therapy, to contact them because she is operating essentially an illegal business, allegedly. All right. And if so, they're going to take these pieces of information and send it to DHA to see what they can do about Sadia. This is diabolical.
Sidepiece Sadia.
Sidepiece Sadia. Sidepiecesadia.com. Okay. If you have a history of hiring Sadia Khan as a therapist,
Go click on the link right now.
And they got music behind it. You'll hear it. It's actually pretty funny.
Psychologist, go check the description right now. You want to play with me? I'll play. Attending one of our events or buying any of our programs, please click the link to provide proof of this to the Dubai Health Authority. And there's a little link you cleared out there. And also, if you want to hear more from Sadia,
I'm Dr. Dick. Your wedding day. On your last day. I can do it today if I want to. What are you going to do about it?
Welcome to the show.
Whoa. Somebody got a full track on that.
Yo.
Check the description if you want to know what that's from.
Yo.
Whether or not they're going to choose to enforce their laws over there in Dubai is none of my business. It's not my concern. But I do know that if enough people contact them and let them know that she's over there, flaunting the fact that she doesn't respect the law, the fact that she doesn't care, and that she'll do her business her way because she's unprofessional, and in another life she'd be a criminal if she wasn't a therapist. According to her words.
Her words.
If I wasn't doing psychology 100%, I would be a drug dealer. There is no other job role on this planet that suits my personality more because I have a very poor work ethic. I am unprofessional and I don't respect the law. I'm like, law schmo, it's fine, we'll get away with it, it's not a problem.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's okay to let them know that someone's coming into their country disrespecting them. You go to Ethiopia, laws are laws. And sometimes they enforce them, sometimes, but if you shit on Ethiopians while you're over there, if you disrespecting them, now the laws exist.
It's a wrap.
So, if you watch it right now, wondering how you can get involved, check the description, I'm just saying. And if you were one of the people who might have been buying her services and you were aggrieved,
Scammed.
you are allowed to contact the DHA. They want to hear from you because you are a primary source and that you are one of her patients.
A few moments later.
Where's your master's degree? And where's your certificate from the British Psychological Society?
UCL and British.
That's it. She said she wanted to address some of the narratives. You notice she never addressed the stuff that's actually important.
And yes, in her apology letter online, she doesn't actually address anything. She just, sorry everybody for the drama, and basically I'm going to get back and do what I do. And of course, it's a deflection to say that, yeah, I'm sorry, but are you actually going to let people know or give people details on this thing? Because the further you go into the details with your fans, the more they'll know that that these guys are actually telling the truth. So you're being very vague in your apology. And of course, people are going to follow it because everybody has hardcore fans that's not going to really pay attention. Got it. So she's hoping it just blows over and these guys just eventually they'll just quit and move on with it. But no, you're messing with guys, and once you stir the hornet's nest and you disrespect them, like you disrespect Abba and Preach, and like you disrespect the Goob, usually most men aren't going to take that line down, and they're not going to stop until they get their pound of flesh. So let's continue.
Substantial about her. She just said it's fake news. That's it. It's so easy. If you have the degree, show it. You're a medical professional. Show it. If I ask any doctor, he's got it in a frame in his office. You ask for it, they'll send it to their patients. They have no problem. You won't because you're a fraud. You're not a psychologist. You're not trained. You're not licensed. You're a scammer.
And you're probably not even fiance. That's besides the point. It's like asking any athletes, where's your medals? On the wall.
That's it. Now, I want to ask you guys this. Go talk to any medical professional that you know and ask them, do they carry photoshopped degrees with them at all times?
No.
Do they post photoshopped degrees that they made?
Absolutely not.
Just ask them and then come back and sue me. With that in mind, I want to go to this last note. I remember seeing a couple criticisms from the previous video. Some people felt like some aspects were a little bit off. So I felt like it might be a good idea to close some of those loops as some of you might be confused.
Go ahead.
First off, some of you said, well, Abba, how do we know those screenshots are her? Oh, maybe that voice recording is AI. You don't have to wonder if that's her in that voice recording because she admits that it's her in that voice recording.
And I said, I don't touch your man. And this is my nature, right? This is honestly my nature. If I wanted to, I could suck his on your wedding day. If I wanted to.
Sadia's excuse.
If I wanted to, I could do it. If I wanted to, I could take it right there. Enemy spotted. I mean, again, due to the interview that she did with Abba and Preach, you substantiated a lot of the claims that were in those screenshots and voice messages. So how can you claim it's defamation when you yourself, help corroborate all of the information?
According to her words, is that she was annoyed that this girl was even calling her because she wasn't messing with that man.
So she said,
but the way she got back at her is like saying like,
I could.
Yeah, I could take your man if I wanted to. That's her claim. Why is that important? That recording audio is from the same person who took screenshots.
By the way, isn't diabolical how you can in one breath say, well, I wasn't involved with this guy, but in the same breath, you could say, well, I still could duck sick him if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? You see that? I mean, if it was a lie, you told it, right?
From that man's phone, which Sadia was texting. So if you guys look at all the screenshots that we share, you can see her finger. She was recording from another phone, scrolling through her man's phone, okay? So everyone's saying, oh, Abba, this is Photoshop, yada, yada, yada. Understand it's a video recording of someone looking through that phone. Sadia already authenticated half of that, which is the audio recording. So maybe you guys believe that the audio recording is the only part that's real, but everything else was fake. But understand that's from the same person.
Everything is all in the same, yeah.
Now, Sadia claimed that, oh, the man haven't come forth. That's true. The woman, after coming forward and mentioning this in private to some individuals, the very next day after that video came out, her job was contacted. Someone started harassing her, trying to have her sent to jail. Who would that be? The man? He's already admitted to everything. He just doesn't want to go public because he doesn't want the drama and he's moved on and he's with somebody else. That's the gist of it on the behind the scenes. You guys don't have to believe that. That's okay. But her claiming nothing happened, she lying. And here's the thing, I don't even care. You want to go with dudes who are about to be, I don't give a shit. But it's just funny that you're a dating coach trying to tell people how to get their ideal relationship. Meanwhile, you were stuck in some side piece situation to some rich dude. Oh, Abba, you manipulated her into doing this interview. Sadia Khan contacted me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Sadia Khan went to Abba and Preach to use their platform to try to gain sympathy from her people and the general public that was just not catching on to this drama. And he's going to mention that here shortly, that you basically used me thinking I was going to, boost the sympathy for you and your audience, right? Because I had a big platform and I had already got a hold of the information. So since I came out with the video, so you're going to use me to try to help this blow over and to get everybody on my side. And you failed. Not only did you fail, but again, you actually proved all the claims to be right, at least for the most part.
The other way. I agreed. After she backed out, that's when I started, smooching her up. But we weren't having phone calls. We weren't doing that. I just sent her 2 emails saying, hey, listen, I think what people are doing to you is a bit unfair, blah, blah, blah. And that was enough to butter her up. Y'all realize this woman knew that she was trying to use me for a PR spin. She was trying to use me to tell her story so that she would look better.
The snake got snaked.
Now,
like, what are you talking about? She was the one that was being sneaky.
Here's what I'll say too. I had done a lot of research on her, so I knew that she was doing shady stuff. But has she come on and been honest with me? Had she been on and said, here's my degree? This video never comes out, and that previous video we did would get deleted, and I would make a follow-up video saying, hey, people are wrong about her.
And you said that.
And I told her that. All I asked her is, I will not put this out as long as you don't come up and lie to me. She said, no worries, you can fact check everything.
And I can get that everything for you. If you need anything notarized, I can put everything sent to you. And I can get all of that sent to you with the numbers associated with it. I can get all that sent to you as well. Feel free afterwards, if you just need to double check, please let me know. I've got no problem. Please feel free. If you just want to fact check it, no problem at all.
Here's the thing. Sadia thought I was a fucking idiot. Sadia thought she could manipulate me and con me the way she's done most of her fans. How do I know that? Because if you watch the way Sadia responds to other people who don't have a following, she's disgusting.
She goes off.
I will read to you what a fan of ours sent me.
Bro.
Okay? Apparently she's a therapist. Listen to what she said to a man who's in therapy. She calls him a weak man. She says, you are the exact man no woman will be attracted to, and you know it. She's in the DMs with this guy. And he says, how do you know? I've been at rock bottom, yes. And she says, because you are soft and weak, like therapy. Women don't fuck men in therapy. They use them as sisters.
Wow. So this man's looking for therapy or talking about therapy. And you're a therapist telling a man that women don't respect men with therapy. I mean, come on. So in the DMs, you're an a-hole, but to people that have a following, you're submissive, and possibly because, well, they got more power than you. How ironic.
That's a therapist talking.
Yo.
And this is not even the tip of the iceberg. I hope you're going to die soon, and you must die soon because you seem like a miserable person, so I wish that for you to come sooner. Things that she's really said. But with me, she never talked like that.
Never.
Why?
Leverage.
She needed me to be of use to her.
Leverage.
So with me, she was very diplomatic. With everyone else who was critical of her, flamed the shit out of them. Personally, I don't think I ordered anything. In fact, I'm going to do one better. I'm going to put the link to the website, sidepiecesadia.com, right down here. If you want to report her to the DHA, feel free, all right? You're a medical professional, a charlatan, pretender, going around claiming credits that don't belong to you so you can get more clients and have more fame, okay? Stop.
Get some help.
Go work in the field, be a fucking goofy-ass dating coach, do that. You're not a psychologist. You're not a doctor. You're not a psychotherapist.
You don't have a degree. I think she got away with a lot of things that she got away with because of her beauty. She got beauty privilege, and there's a lot of background check that they didn't do because of it.
Yeah,
I think so. That's another story. But
her expertise for sure. Her expertise.
Yeah,
for sure. Because the way she was, I'll suck his dick. She got to know how to crack some nuts.
Yes. The lies are really about the image. So she lied about, the filters, the filters on the face, all of that. It played with an image.
Last thing I'll say, some people say it doesn't even look like her in the pictures. I'm going to show you guys some images of Sadia, okay? This is her from her Facebook. They're saying this is not the same person.
Look at this. Look at the edges.
Yeah.
Look at the edges.
Right. It's filters. It's the exact same person. So don't get duped by all these fucking smoke and mirrors, all this other stuff. And I also got her on tape saying she loves to use filters all the time.
Girls use, even I've used, and I've been addicted to it. FaceApp.
Yeah, and filters in general.
Filters in general, and FaceApp and Facetune.
I use filters. I love a filter. I do love it. But what it did to you is it showed you a version of your face if you were prettier. It's like shows you, oh, if I just lost a bit of weight here, if I just had a slimmer nose, if I had like bigger lips, this is what I would look like. Oh my God, perfect. Let me go get that.
So her pretending like it's not her pre-nose job or after it, like she just fucking lying the whole time. But all this to say, that's it for today, man. If you guys enjoyed today's video, if you like the work that we put in, leave a like and a comment, okay? We got this lawsuit coming out, maybe. I'll keep y'all updated.
Sure.
Also, we might have another story. If you guys are in the UK, if you know anything about Greenford Academy, where Sadia was a teacher, apparently there's a story back there in 2018, all right? So all my people in the UK who might know someone who went there, one of the teachers, if y'all can get back to me, I'd appreciate that because there might be some more juiciness involved, all right? So I heard some things. I'm not going to say it out loud because it's not confirmed.
Yeah, it's not confirmed.
But y'all contact me.
Then for it's slander. Yeah. But, let's just confirm something.
Sadia, you better cease and desist. I'm just playing. Do whatever you want, girl.
Side piece Sadia. That's
Side
crazy.
piece Sadia is pretty good. Shout out to Goop. Also, big shout out to Mariana for helping me out. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Burrows, you were also great help. Thank you.
Oh boy. Y'all see that, right? Sadia Khan. I think you might want to stop on your head, man, because these brothers are just going to keep going. Apparently, they got more information. So if you keep going, they'll keep going. And guess what? You don't want this further negative exposure, I don't think. But Sadia Khan is still looking like a fraud. And in her past, at least, not a very upstanding woman. And with that being said, thank you for attending another episode of Working Man Podcast. I am your host, Nicholas J. Fury. Let me know what you think about Sadia Khan and the further revelations of nastiness down in the comment section. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. We're out of the door. And remember, Sadia, Reality checks are free. See you next time.